What is going on, guys, girls? It's Ghost Robo. Long time no Q&A, so I thought today was the ideal day to do a new one, especially because in 6 days I'm headed to the most magical week of the entire year, E3 in Los Angeles. I leave next Saturday, and you guys are going to be blown away by the amount of appointments I have, the coverage I'll be bringing you, and all the unannounced games. Freaking cannot wait for that. Plus, I'm launching a new channel soon, sometime this month. Stay tuned for that epic surprise. What will it be? You're gonna love it. The characters are, oh, I said too much. Let's get into the questions. Hashtag AskGhost. You guys asked some awesome ones tonight, and my favorite part was that most of them were not video game related, which I sincerely appreciate, because that allows me to dip into the weirdness of myself for all of you. So let's remove our socks and slide our toes into the waters of my mind. The first question comes from Smash Brown, and it is a good one. He wants to know, Ghost, what do you eat? Basically, what is your diet? When I was around 12 years old, my family wanted to eat everything that we swallowed. Basically, I was born missing 2 critical immunoglobulins, which made me sick all the freaking time. I would miss a third of the school year when I was a little kid. I was always having ear infections, sinus infections, you name it. And then when I was 12, we removed wheat, sugar, dairy, gluten, and basically anything bad from our menu, and things totally shifted for me. I barely get sick. My entire family's health has skyrocketed in the positive direction, and it sounds like all I eat is cardboard and tofu. I don't even eat tofu, sometimes cardboard, only on special days, but mostly I eat what you eat, just a more natural and organic, healthy version of it. So I eat lots of fruits, vegetables, chicken, salads, toast, applesauce, popsicles, quinoa, spaghetti, all sorts of stuff. And it tastes amazingly good. A lot of times even better based on people that kind of flip-flop back and forth, but it's just better for you. And once you kind of learn some of the horrors of the modern food industry, it's real hard to want to go back to sort of the bad stuff. I thought one day I'd be dipping back into like the Skittles and the hot dogs and the pizzas and the cakes. And while I do cheat occasionally and have a little bit of sugar, wheat, or dairy, I'll never go back at all, because it makes me feel so much better. I know so much more, which then makes me feel even better about the choice I'm making. It was probably like the best decision my family has ever made. The second question comes from Bry $, who wants to know, Ghost, KD's, Kobe's, or LeBron's, which shoe is the best? This is a really near and dear question to my soul. You guys know I'm obsessed with sweet Nike shoes. My pair count is reaching like the 40 or 50 marks. I think it's time for a shoe collection video, but between those 3, I gotta give it to the Kobe's. They've just been killing it on the design front in the last 2 years. I love the Flyknit integration on the 9s. I think the 10s are super sleek and smooth. I got these sweet rose gold ones that are down there right now that just came out that are just bellissimo. I love them a lot. And I like the high top unique flare. The LeBron's are my second favorite. They're the easiest if I just want like a slip on and go shoe. KD's have kind of let me down. I like Durant a lot, but they're not really my thing. So maybe I'll do that shoe video and kind of show you guys what's up with that pretty soon. The third question comes from Ghost Robo, and he wants to know, Ghost, how come you're obsessed with Nintendo and that's all you like? Had to think about this one for a really long time, and I was postulating why everyone thinks I'm obsessed with Nintendo. Guys, I really like one game from Nintendo this year, that's Splatoon, and that's pretty much universally heralded as a very good game and one of Nintendo's best. Other than that, though, my favorite games of the year come from all sorts of platforms and publishers. Bloodborne, Blood and Gore on PS4, Evolve, Blood and Gore on multi-platform, stuff like that. Darkest Dungeon, an indie game that's on Steam and very grim and gritty. Like, I'm not some hopping on rainbows addicted to Nintendo kid. Like, I love Nintendo, and it's not my fault they make super quality games. I really like mechanics over anything, but I'm not so biased to them that I disregard everything else. And some people seem to think that, but it's just not true. Like, I love the Wii U, it's a fantastic system, but frankly, I play my PS4 and my Xbox One 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times more than I play that Wii U. So, shout out to all the haters who think I love Nintendo, and I do, but not like that. Third question, fourth question, forgot about the one for myself. Rodrigo Marquez wants to know, Ghost, plane flights or road trips? Which I thought was a good question. Alright, as some of you know, I struggle with planes. Not because I'm afraid they're going to crash, or because the act of being 30,000 feet in the air worries me, but because I'm afraid of getting blowed up. Boom, bye-bye, no more. That scares the heck out of me. And it has never happened. I hope it hasn't. Unless I've been magically recreated by someone unbeknownst to me. But I think I'm me from birth. But my dog just jumped when I moved my hand. She's like, I hope you're you, I don't want a robot ghost. And I'm never gonna get blown up, thank God. But I like planes for the fact that they can get you somewhere fast. And after the first 20 minutes, I'm totally cool on the plane flight. I've taken 13-hour flights, 5-hour flights, 30-minute flights, totally cool for most of the flights. So if someone could just like cold clock me for the first 20, I think I'd love plane flights. Cars, road trips aren't bad either. My family has always been one to drive around a lot. We travel from side to side of this grand country, moving from California to Indiana twice. Then we also went to Florida many times. So I've done 16, 35, 7, 3, you name it, hour drives. No big deal. Like once you're used to it, just kind of get used to it. Like I made the Florida thing like 5 or 6 times. It's the same route. It feels shorter every time. We went there last Christmas and it felt like I was there in the snap of my fingers. The California drive sucked. That's 35 hours in the car, which is like 3 straight days. Madness. I did it with my whole family and I did it with just Jake. 2 people driving 35 hours when one of them gets really sick and the other is bored out of their mind. Jake was the sick one, I was the bored one. We got loopy, man. We were talking about some of the craziest stuff, arguing about just total madness. But that's the great part of road trips. You have special bonding time with whoever's passenging or driving you, whether it's your mom, your brother, your friend, your doctor, your monkey, your Miyamoto, your amiibo, whatever you're with, whoever you're with, wherever you're with. Maybe you're driving with a place of mind. It's pretty cool to have that special time real close and comfy and just sharing stuff back and forth. I really enjoy that, but ultimately I'd probably pick plane flights just because they can get you there faster, and I'm kind of a destination ordered person. Eddie asks, what is your daily schedule? Which is kind of a funny question because I don't have one. The perks of being a YouTuber, nobody tells you what to do. The downside of being a YouTuber, nobody tells you what to do. So I make up my own schedule, which usually goes something like this. Go to bed way too late, wake up later than I want to, be really tired in the morning, eat a protein bar, lay in bed more, tweet, Instagram reply, email, record, edit, thumbnail, descript, tweet, Instagram reply, record. And that's basically how it goes until I'm either too tired or want to do something else. And I do like coach my basketball team 3, 4, 5 days a week depending on tournaments. I hang out with my brothers a lot. I try to just balance it. I text a lot, I talk on the phone a lot. But the funny thing is, like, a lot of people assume like gaming YouTubers just must game all day long, and maybe some do, but I spend way more time on the behind the scenes stuff, all that like emailing, Twitter, maintaining Instagram, thumbnail, editing, than I do actually playing games. I probably only play like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. I don't do long gaming sessions, and I definitely don't with YouTube because there's so much other stuff going on to get the videos to you guys that it's a lot more involved, and it ends up not being like 100% work, but because I'm doing little bits all over, it's kind of like a lifestyle more than a job. I love it. I don't know. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's no big deal. I really have fun with it. It just does take a lot of time, and I would like a new schedule. Sometimes schedules feel like prison, but sometimes prison is good. But I still want a schedule. You get my point. The next question comes from Bridger Y, who says, out of all the amiibo, which one is your favorite? Well, I now have 39 of the 41 released amiibos, so I'm super close to the complete set. Robin and Lucina, come to me, please. One of my favorites I just got in the mail today, which is Jigglypuff. I like that she is simple. I like the pink. I like the puffball, and I think she's just freaking stellar. One of my favorites, unexpected favorite, exclusive to Target here in the States, but now exclusive to my shelf. I also really like the Bowser Super Mario Bros. Amiibo. I think it's possibly the best looking figure in terms of design and detail. It looks the most like Bowser when I think of Bowser in a video game, and it's big, and it's awesome, and I think it's really, really sweet. I also have a soft spot for Rosalina. I don't think she's the best looking amiibo, but I just love Rosalina as a character, and the Luma is cool, and there's little like stars on her dress up front you can see. A lot of care put into her wand, her comb over, and her bangs or whatever that are like, she could probably swallow her bangs, they're that long. And then her blue eyes, I don't know, Rosalina. That's definitely one of my favorites. And I also really like the Squid Amiibo. This does not come in an individual box, just a 3-pack, but I love Splatoon. I love those piercing eyes that stare straight in your soul and tell you what you're gonna have for breakfast. And I like the ink base on, like the black on the ink looks really cool. The Squid Girl and Squid Boy are fun as well. I also have a soft spot for Heimlich, but he's not an Amiibo, so we'll move on from that. Good question though. Amiibos are something that I probably shouldn't collect because I don't know how, I'm gonna have to get them all, and I know they're gonna release tons, so I'm gonna need some more shelf space. Ethan J asks, Ghost, what is your dream game, your idea of a perfect game, the thing that makes you salivate and smile and not be able to sleep at night? My dream game doesn't exist yet. I think it's in my head, and I hope to one day be able to make it. It's basically a combo of like BioShock, Alan Wake, Last of Us, mixing all my favorite elements, and I wouldn't do a Nintendo game contrary to some people. I would want to make a game that appeals to the masses but delivers the same enthusiasm and fun that I feel when I play Nintendo games, but in that style of a AAA graphics powerhouse, action-adventure, third-person, mystery thriller. I think that those genres are not explored enough in games. Like the mystery thriller storyline, never really touched on. That's why Alan Wake and even Bioshock to an extent stick out to me. I don't want to fight the supervillain or save the world from a nuclear attack or find my sister. I want to do something real creepy and intriguing. Not horror-based, but just mystery-based. And I think I would have my game involve a lot of mind-altering stuff. I don't think that's touched on enough. Think like in Silent Hill when the walls turn from whatever to brick and it's kind of really spooky. More surreal moments and set pieces that like reshape and redefine the world around you. I've got some good ideas. I don't really want to spoil them in case I do one day make this, which I hope to do. I think after playing this many games, reading, listening, hearing, watching, making videos for 5 years, like if I do this a couple more years, eventually I'm going to want to be creating it myself. MacTX says Darth Vader with his lightsaber force powers and precog versus Superman with his speed, strength, and flight. Who would win in a fight? Now the obvious answer would be Superman. He's indestructible. He's unbeatable. But I was thinking about this for a long time, and I realized that Darth Vader's heavy breathing would probably put Superman into some sort of kryptonic sleep state, and then Darth Vader would come and slice him to bits, and it would be a pretty quick fight. I'm also just really excited for Episode 7. I love J.J. Abrams. I think that movie looks great. I like the revised cast, and some of the gear and stuff looks pretty cool. I'm a little bit worried about the villain, because like, I don't know, lightsaber thing and the mask, but I can't wait for December. I'm not even the biggest fan of the franchise, but a new one will probably be awesome, so I really can't wait for that. The next question comes from Nick. Do you play an instrument? I play the microphone now, if that counts. Some people think I'm great, some people think I'm horrible. I think it's fun either way. But I used to play the cornet and the piano. This is like elementary, middle school days, and I was pretty good at both. Cornet is basically like a baby's first trumpet, and the piano is a thing with keys. Some people probably know what a piano is, right? I hope. Like the portion of the audience that doesn't know what a piano is like 0.6%, and they all live on Rock Band Island playing guitars all day. Anyhow, I was pretty good at it, but I didn't have the desire or the determination to sit there and practice. I would have rather been playing basketball or video games or hanging out with my brothers or something like that versus, you know, flittering away on the keys or blowing into a baby trumpet. So I liked it. I could probably be good at it. I just didn't really have the extreme love for it to make it happen, and now I'm content with just making sweet music into a microphone. Two-Face2112 says, Ghost, what is the biggest quality you look for or appreciate in movies? And this was a really easy question for me to answer because the thing came right to mind. Like, so what is the quality that defines a great movie for me? And that is the ability for a movie to capture my heart and my mind and take me out of the moment. So if I'm not aware of clocks ticking, of time passing, movie, you've done your job really, really well. Like, that's what Mad Max did for me. That's what some of the Pixar stuff does for me. I don't have a preferred genre. I like a lot of different things, but if it can make me lose track of the moment, that's like critical. To suck me in to the universe, the characters, the plot, like that's what I really want to see from a film. So if you're wanting to make a movie for me, that's what you got to go for. And all the great ones that I personally love, like they all have had that quality and make me unaware of my surroundings and kind of just transport you to another world. Kind of like a good game, but I feel like it's even more powerful in a movie because it's in like a big theater and it's dark, and I typically don't play my video games. You know, I like that. Let's see. Next question comes from XOFCENNEF. If that is something, I'm sorry. But asking, Ghost, do you know the Muffin Man? No. I would like to. Muffins are delicious. I miss blueberry muffins. Speaking of diets, man, muffins are something that you can't really recreate well on a healthy plan. They taste dry. Like blueberry muffins with sugar all over, that's pretty hot stuff, and I do miss out on muffins. So if you know the Muffin Man, send him straight to my heart. I'll give him a little piece, and he'll know right where to start baking those blueberry muffins all day. But we have two more questions, and one comes from, let's see, Draven1721 asking, Ghost, if you had Max's power from Life is Strange, which is basically rewind time, what would you do with it? And I would probably rewind my time to 6th or 7th grade when I was at the peak of my basketball game, I was super good. I averaged over 20 points a game. I led my league in scoring threes and free throw percentage. Refs would talk to me, coaches. I was hyped. I thought I was going to be the next big thing. I wasn't very big, but I had a big shot. I could knock down threes, twos, just lights out, left-handed shooter. I wish I would have worked harder, especially on like the strength and speed side of things, because people warned me it was going to be an issue, and I was like, nah, I got you. I'll just Steph Curry it all day. And I got to a point where I could still do that, but the size and the strength of some other guys just made it really hard for me to do my thing, especially in the eyes of coaches. I think I still probably could have, but they kind of limited me. And it's super sad. Like, that was a huge passion of mine, a huge part of my identity, and it sucks that I didn't do what it takes. I know for a fact I could have played college basketball. I had the talent. I just didn't have the, I guess, the right focus and the right intensity on an effort level. And that's kind of where today's lesson of the day comes in, which is, if there's something you're passionate about, there's something you love, regardless of how much effort and energy it takes, I really encourage you to go for it all out. Like, I'm not saying sacrifice your body or your well-being, but if you have to sacrifice some other stuff, like, look, you got your whole life to sit there and play video games, watch movies, talk to people, laze around, sleep, but there's pretty much like a 0 to 28, 30 window of your life, those years, where you can define yourself and go for anything you want, make anything happen. The freaking camera tried to cut off my inspirational speech. It's not that bad, right? I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just trying to help you guys out and give you a little bit of life advice, a little bit of love from what I've learned, which is like, if you got something you love, really, it's worth it. You'll be so grateful in the long run. It might kind of suck in the midst, but if you do genuinely love it, you'll be so proud of yourself afterwards, and you'll be so excited for the results you achieve. So seriously, if you got something you're really good at or you really love and you enjoy it, go all out, give it your all, especially if you're younger. Like, sure, if you're 16 and you want to play in the NFL, try that too. Be careful, but try it. But if you are like me or younger, then really, like, push yourself, go for it, because I think you'll find a lot more fulfillment in that than sitting around all day. You can do that forever and ever and ever, whenever you want later on. The last question of the day is, what is this new channel about? And I'm going to keep that a secret for now. I know some of you are probably wondering. There'll be questions in the comments, but I'm going to keep it under the wraps. It should be revealed later this month. I'm headed to E3 in 6 days, bringing you guys lots of stuff. I'll prep videos as well. It's going to be awesome. Hope you enjoyed this Q&A. It was fun to do one again. We'll probably do another shortly, so stay tuned for that bat call on Twitter, that ghost call, rather. And until next time, guys and girls, thanks for being awesome. I super appreciate your support. All you nice ones out there, which is most of you, like, thanks. I really appreciate you. Boost me up and build my everything. My mood, my energy, my days, my life, and for that I'm very, very grateful. And the E3 experience, the opportunity, I'm media this year, the highest level of badge you can have, and that's thanks to you guys and all your support. So kudos to you. I'm doing lots of okay science today. Maybe it's 3-ball. My basketball nostalgia is really high. I've been coaching all weekend and the questions. So thanks so much for watching. Drink so much. Have a fantastic day. Until next time, we'll see you all later.